we were asked about Breece Hall. He is our second running back on this list. He is this is our consensus PPR ranking for running backs top 12. Mr. Breece Hall, 6 yards shy of 1,000-yard season last year, finished as the RB2. He did say that it's just different this year. And last year, he was dealing with being sore all the time and stuff like that. Now his knee doesn't bother him at all. It just feels back to normal. So he is proclaiming that he is going to be 1,000-yard running back. Anthony, I don't see any reason why he won't be. Anthony, I know you are a Breece Hall guy, at least lately. So Breece Hall number 2.
He was last year too.
Yeah, I've been all in on Breece Hall. That's not changing. And Breece last year, RB2 in PPR, RB6 in points per game. And the most impressive thing about Breece Hall, this is the stat I've been enamored with. He was the RB33 in red zone touches. Normally, if you look at CMC, he's in the top 3. If you look at all the top guys, they're like top 10 somewhere in red zone touches. Breece was 33, only had 29 red zone touches. To put things in perspective, Tony Pollard had the second most red zone touches with 72. Breece managed to go and produce in a big way unlimited money touches. I call red zone touches money touches. So I guess the debate is, well, if this offense is better and they have Aaron Rodgers, there's not going to be those 76 receptions for Breece Hall. And you're right. But where Breece makes up for a regression in receptions is going to be punching it in on the red zone. Breece had 9 total touchdowns last year on 29 red zone touches. If the Jets offense is going to do what we think it's going to do, there's a realistic chance that Breece Hall, he's a 15 to 18 touchdown scorer this year.
Steve, what do you got on Mr. Breece Hall?
Yeah, this was tough for me. I mean, it was like kind of in between Breece and Bijan. And I could also see maybe Taylor or Saquon possibly moving up to that 2 spot this season. But yeah, last year, Breece Hall, Anthony knows I was very hesitant because of the injury. And it started out, like he wasn't getting the carries with Cook in there, but like we just saw right away, they're giving him the freaking ball and the guy's breaking I don't know, his first carry of the year was like a 50-yard run. So it was like unbelievable. But the way the Jets managed it last year was absolutely perfect. They slowly built him in towards the end of the year. He caught a bunch of dump offs from a bunch of trash quarterbacks, mostly Tim Boyle. I still can't get over Tim Boyle starting for the Jets last year. It was a complete shit show. But Breece Hall, I mean, is definitely deserving number 2. Got Rodgers. The offensive line's much better. So I agree with Anthony. We could see possibly 15 touchdowns. We could see, possibly 1,500 total yards, something like that, despite the receptions going down. So I'm not going to say, oh, he's not going to catch all these passes. He can't finish top 2. Nah, because the rushing yards, the touchdowns could go all up. The situation is easily, very clearly better for Breece Hall. So he could finish as the number 1 overall.
There you go. Pete, you got anything else to deliver on Mr. Breece Hall?
I mean, I think the guys pretty much covered it. The only other thing I would say is that while Breece Hall got a lot of dump offs last year, I think that he may not see as many targets this season, but I think the efficiency will go up just because the offensive line upgrades and just everybody around him is going to get better. So, and the only thing I would say about comparing him to Bijan is, and we'll get into Bijan next, is we might as well just